Gonna be playing some Brawl this morning, chat. We've got a viewer submission for Huatli Radiant Champion. 4 mana, green-white planeswalker gets a loyalty counter for each creature you control. You give a creature +X, where X is the number of creatures you control. So this is kind of a payoff for our token-producing deck. We're gonna go wide, and then Huatli can make them punch. And then we get an emblem that says, whenever creatures enter the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. So theoretically, if we have a decent start with this card, you know, you could play Huatli on turn 4. And if you have 4 creatures on turn 4 from turns 1, 2, 3 with token makers, you can plus this to 8 on turn 4 and then ultimate it the following turn, which is kind of sweet if you have different things like Saproling Migration and stuff to put multiple bodies into play. Past all of our cheap token makers, we've also got things like Elesh, Norn, Mirari's Wake, and Tristani, and Angel of Invention that pay us off for having a really wide board in addition to Radiant Champion. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see if this deck is proactive enough to get under things in the Brawl queue here this morning. Hey, thanks for the 43 months, Alex. Welcome back. Yeah, this looks fine. Hey, Ballpark, welcome back. Thanks for the Bezo bucks. I just loaded Untapped. So it looks like they still haven't fixed that bug on Twitch. It looks like the Runeterra app, or the Runeterra extension that we were using yesterday, it unloads itself, but Twitch doesn't automatically reload Untapped for whatever reason. So if it's not there for you now, refresh your stream and it should be up. As for what cards we're playing, I'm going to be honest with you, chat. The only thing I really check in viewer-submitted Brawl lists is the mana base. There's just too many singleton spells in this format. Hey, Bast Batuski. Thanks for the brand new sub. Welcome to the channel. I wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you, so thanks for keeping me around. One of the nice things about Skyclave apparitioning their commander here is that it technically doesn't have anything underneath it, so we like got a Grey Ogre that tempoed their commander out of play. I do this in ship.
In exchange for
I should have got rid of the Omen.
My intellect is without limit.
This is close to lethal, right? I could also just Huatli kill the Nicol Bolas. That's probably better this turn.
Let's end from the will of many, the might of one.
The might of one.
I have other plans.
Hey, Ray Rune, thanks for the sub gift. Happy Thursday. Yeah, and if actually a pretty big mistake here on my part. If I would have exiled, that's fine. That makes it up. If I would have exiled this, I would have been able to hold that land in my hand.
From the will of many, the might of one.
Dead, Jim.
Humility is painful but necessary.
This song's hero, what does that make you? My strength is our strength. Finally, some fire from you.
Down to 2.
Witness omnipotence.
They get Skyclave Apparition here. Oh, that, sure. And they can kill one of my tokens.
Mine.
Removal spell is still lethal for us currently. They could have a spot removal spell in their hand too. I want to scry it upkeep actually.
Your existence is pointless.
Like a Deccan Stone here. Probably dead, huh? Yeah, he's just gonna bury us, so we'll double bottom here and try and spike it. Not gonna do it. Stumbled a little bit, made one bad choice with the resource that I had. I would have had an Ugin to push damage with if I would have exiled my Omen earlier like I was supposed to. Looking at the deck list at a glance there when I was looking for removal spells, I did note that there's no Fateful Absence in here. Frozen. There's enough non-blue-black decks in this format that Veil of Summer is a little mediocre. Mr. Shaq, thanks for the follow. Good morning, good morning. Going into Cody. Got to control Goulet this morning. He's fine. Having a removal spell to take Cody off the table right away is valuable. The thought season to Cody on 3 is a little rough. Assume we're gonna lose Banishing Light. Yeah. Do we want to go all in, shit? I think we want to go all in. Yeah, we did some more Rune Chair yesterday too, Silly Cheese, if you missed it. It's up on YouTube. We're gonna put a couple days on the schedule again next week and see how it goes. Wise Elephant, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate the support. So if we Glorious Anthem, it pushes 10, 13 damage, and we lose this. If I don't Glorious Anthem, I only do 7. I kind of want to Huatli plus, huh?
My strength is
Hey, awesome elephant. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing in the Unite Rivals tonight. Should be sweet. Get a pretty good group. An all-right practice session last night once people got their thumbs out of the way and we figured out the mobile interface a little bit better. As long as my opponent doesn't start taking a bunch of extra turns, we're in an okay spot. Famous last words. Well, also, like, feels bad that our investment got lost there, but also, like, if that's their play for the turn, it's not that terrible for us. Using Glorious Anthem as well as Big Said, though. They still have 5 mana left over here, I suppose. We could also get swept here and then the game is over. Oh, honey. So copies of tokens do not include counters on them. It's a shame we didn't draw a land there, otherwise the Shefet Dunes would have been lethal. Hope WotC make changes to the standard format soon. To be the bearer of bad news, Wizards of the Coast really hates banning cards in standard. I am fully expecting standard to have no changes, and then there to be a new set release, and for Epiphany to still be the best deck. Yeah. Maybe they'll surprise me, but I would not be holding my breath. Caleb, thank you for the 4 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. There will be a new set soon, so no need to make changes. Will be repeated until rotation happens. Yeah, basically. Great. No sweeper, no problem. God bless us, everyone. I still miss the time when people wanted Carnage Tyrant to be banned. Ain't that the truth? That's such a healthy format. Just like this vanilla green creature was the boogeyman. Well, vanilla. Vanilla by modern Magic standards. No abilities, just like keywords. Okay, so we drew Signet. Do we want to set ourselves up for turn 3 Leonin then? I think so.
I'm good at what I do, and what I do is win.
Being on the play is busted shit. Is that things that are the same across most formats of Magic, being on the play is busted.
This has its rewards.
That's definitely one thing I like about Runeterra is Runeterra's play draw balance is just so much better than Magic's. It's not close. The fact that our opponent didn't make a Tree Folk here is a big deal for us. Gives us a real shot. I almost top rated when they played this, and then they didn't make a Tree Folk, so it was like, alright, we can keep playing a game.
We can foster much growth here.
Who plays Counterspell and Brawl? Everyone that can make blue mana in their deck. Yeah, I think the The deck strength matchmaking in this format is a really good idea, but their execution definitely needs to be cleaned up significantly. The fact that it generically rates all planeswalkers into a higher bracket is not good. Like, our deck probably should not be in, like, the Cody Muldrotha bracket with our two-color commander just because we have a planeswalker. Yeah, I agree with Lambton. Yeah, exactly what Lambton said is true. Like, when you point out something is unfun, like, the core of a lot of Magic's designs are unfun things. Like, a lot of Magic players explicitly enjoy, like, having their opponent sit there and be miserable. It's about having a captive audience for many. Is Cody in the good bracket or bad? It's towards the top. Cody's probably like the second or third worst 5-color commander. I haven't played against Lear in this format. I wonder if it's a pile of counter spells or not, because this says spells can't be countered. Confirmed pile of counter spells. Well, there is some amount of truth to more colors means your deck is stronger. Because the spells inside of your deck. Oh. You're more likely to have more good spells in your deck if you have access to more colors. Yeah, especially with the smaller card pool. We'll drop this so they don't get any free blocks here. Toski's up 2 cards. In a solid spot. Could say it was quite the glorious turn there. Put more lands in your Brawl decks, chat. How many lands you think your Brawl deck needs? Add 2 or 3 to the number. Okay. Attack rather than hold up swords to Plowshares. The odds of them playing something that I want to plow onto are pretty low. Let's get our chip shot in. Play the Llanowar Elf here to guarantee a 4-drop next turn. Well, guarantee. Give us a better chance to play 4-drop next turn in the event we miss a land. Some merit to doing that. I might do this pre-combat to play around Censor / Jawari Disruption. Yeah, definitely, Jets. I'm interested. I definitely don't have a strong opinion of Runeterra just yet because I haven't played any of the higher rank stuff, but the lower rank decks I've been playing against have been fun.
from the will of many, the might of one.
It could have been right. Their deck's controlling. It could have been right to just plus her here. She would have been at 8, and then I could have united her next turn and gotten an emblem. Maybe that was right. We're also threatening lethal kind of quickly here. Feels like a spot removal turn, huh? I'm gonna cast this and then plus Swatley. Are they dead now? They just auto-passed. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is lethal, actually. All right, yellow.
The will of many, the might of one.
All right, clean. Yeah, chat, the big move is the Unite move. Come on now. Aggro decks are busted. The aggro decks in this format do a good job of punishing people that make poor deck building decisions. It's for the follow Bloodline Keeper. By poor deck building decisions that exclusively mean not enough lands, it's not only not enough lands, but also not enough early interaction. Not only do people play too few lands, but they also just like are playing a bunch of mopey top end cards when you like just have a curve from turns 1 to 4. Like they just die a lot of the time. I'm not super familiar with Lord of the Rings, so I don't know that I care for Dumbledore, but my favorite Star Trek character is definitely Darth Vader. I keep this, so I don't have white on 1, but I can Arcane Sigget into Usher, and then on turn 3, I still have Huatli. That's probably not good enough. Penumbra, thank you for the 20 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Welcome back, Chiller. Ooh, Freebooter in Bolas. Maybe something a little bit more mid-rangey from the opponent. Thomas. That's not terrible. Just keep shipping with this. We're gonna practice a little bit before the Rivals Tournament too, as Zentoth. I might also try Mamoswine. Any leaks on the non-banned big announcement? Yeah, Fire Shoes had some leaks on Twitter. Apparently, they're going to be announcing some type of series of events through December and January. Legion's landing over. I love when they play into the onboard trick chat. It's my favorite. And I had to be really quiet in case there was anything spooky going on. You saw, if you looked there, you saw them mouse over the Adanto and then count my other lands, and they just missed the fact that Usher could activate inside of combat. We got him. Ha! We got him. The Rivals tournament starts at 4 p.m. Central. So I'm planning to do my mostly normal stream today and be live until about 2 o'clock. And then I'm going to disappear for an hour to go get lunch and say hi to the wife. And then I'm going to come back about 3 o'clock. We're going to do an hour of practice before the tournament. And then play the event itself. Yeah, the event itself will be relatively short. It's 3 rounds of round robin between the 4 teams and then a finals. So it'll be 4 best of 3 Unite matches. So it'll be about 2.5, 3 hours. We could Huatli here. I don't hate that.
Be recognized
it's
by
like, make this a 5/4.
From the will of many, the might of one.
Attack with you. Make a friend. Crunch. 3 years in this time, I've had a baby, gotten a puppy, moved twice, but I'm still watching your bad brews. Good to have you here, Come Eat Pizza. Thanks for the 36 months.
Well done.
Any kind of tourney that could be under 8 hours to 2 days? Well, let me tell you about this Hoglandia Open series that regularly runs incredibly efficient tournaments. That was a nice draw. He says before getting counterspelled. I think I'm just gonna make 3 3/3s here. Try and push damage next turn. My friends have to attack. Convenient. They were already going to do that.
My prowess is unmatched. I have just the trick for this.
Nice.
Surrender now. Your fate is already sealed.
By down tick here, they go like chump, trade, 8. They take 8. They go to 4. I get a Paladin class back. I could also just plus her, but they're going to flip the Bola, so plusing her seems not great.
From the will of many, the might of one.
What if I send these here to kill the Narset? They're basically out of gas, right? And they're still up, like, Narset guaranteed dies if I attack like this because this is 12 going at their face, so they have to block one of these. I think this is right. Give me them 4 looks at a sweep, or 5 looks at a sweeper. Seems not great.
Still have much to learn.
Kobo, thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. All of my tapped creatures are dead. Good game. GG.
We learn from our mistakes.
There are none greater than I.
What about these tutus? These tutus greater than you, Mr. Bolas?
Death means nothing to me.
Predator of Scrubs! Thanks for the 37 months. Welcome back. I would wager that Wizards of the Coast had nothing to do with the selection of people Riot sent Secret Lair art to. I would show you the actual artwork, but it's all the way upstairs and I'm not walking up there, so y'all can settle for a picture. Riot's great and sent me shiny things. It's like a canvas print of one of the Secret Lair artwork things, with like a frame over it. It's real nice. Hashtag league partner. Grab a land here. Yeah, Riot, for reference, Riot sends me stuff all the time. They like me and know that I'm useful and nice. Rook Jackson, thanks for the 33 months. Welcome back. 33 months, more like the number of lands my Brawl opponents tend to play. It's funny because it's sad. Yo, Mana Tithe chat. Wow, our opponent is just monotoxic bullshit, huh? Yes, I do not currently have any Runeterra giveaway stuff. Auto tapper, please! Please, auto tapper, you're killing me! You're killing me! Our opponent is no longer clueless, chat. However, we're about to get swept. Untapped land, please. Yeah, I'm gonna be done playing against the 5-color decks. Our deck definitely doesn't seem strong enough to be competitive there. I'm gonna try and get a few more games in with this one before we put up some deck voting, but definitely doesn't feel like our commanders in the appropriate bracket. Feels like we're being overrated because we have a Planeswalker commander. Shadow Wolf, thanks for the 13 months. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. There's no actual token production here, so we mulligan. Jeff, Amari's call makes tokens. Be quiet, Twitch chat. You'd definitely be in a lower bracket playing a non-commander as a non-planeswalker as the commander. We had played Rhys as a commander back a while ago when we had played Brawl, and Rhys definitely felt pretty mediocre. I think Amara or the Silas, the card we just mulliganed, where it's bigger for every creature you control, would be fine commanders for a token stack. That's how my everyday is on Twitter, Marty. Just as a point of reference. We'll lead on this so we can get it bigger with Omen. Kaya as a commander, probably not very good. Super controlling stuff in this format doesn't seem really great unless you're going way over the top with something like Golos or Kenrith. I feel like the non-5 color control commanders just aren't very good. You just don't go big enough for the format. And because the new Kaya's a planeswalker. Oh, you're talking about new Kaya. Sorry, in my head, the 3-mana Kaya is such dog shit that, like, when you said new Kaya, my head went to the 5-mana Kaya. Apologies. You were talking about the new token Kaya, right? Is technically the new Kaya. That card just, like, doesn't exist in my mind. Not having double green here is super awkward. When you just said 3-mana Kaya, I thought you meant the old good one and totally forgot about the token one. Yeah. Probably should have held this back to block. You won't believe this, but I got an email from corporate about supply chain issues preventing us from getting new laptops and schedules. And as I was reading it, my cat jumped onto my desk and knocked a Monster Energy all over my laptop. Is it Friday yet? Almost. Almost, Boston. Almost. Is it the company Christy works for? Sent out a communication. Sent out a communication last week or the week before that starting in December, just all of the computer hardware people have taken home from the office, they just get to keep it. Just peel all the stickers off of it and it's theirs. Can I gain enough life to stay alive here? I don't think so, right? We can Innkeeper, and then Legion's Landing makes me a token, and Imperious Perfect makes me a token. Your company went the opposite way and everybody has to bring it back. Yeah, I assume that her company just didn't want to go through the logistics of, like, trying to figure out who has what. And, like, for reference, they didn't, like, tell people they get to turn, like, work laptops into personal computers. We're talking about, like, office chairs and monitors and stuff like that. So, not nothing, but also, like, not quite everything. We're just in the air next turn. I should have gotten my Innkeeper down sooner this game to buffer my life total back up. Could have also been a little bit more defensive against this Vanguard as well. That was definitely a game where I had some better choices. It was a game where attacking and blocking mattered, and I made bad attacking and blocking choices, so I lost. I mean, I only ever lose games because I'm unlucky, chat. The sheer amount of inventory control companies will have to do to reclaim office supplies they sent out since March 2020 probably costs more than just giving people the stuff. Yeah, exactly, Demon Dura. Especially considering if a lot of the office equipment went home in 2020, March of 2020, it's like, well, the stuff's all like 2+ years old now at this point, right? And it probably wasn't new when they took it home. So like, do they really want to go through the work to like reclaim a monitor that's like 4 to 5 years old at this point? It's nice for next turn. I assume one or both of these is about to die. Maybe I'm just supposed to put the counter here. Yeah, I put the counter on the wrong place there.
Yep, I'm basically a professional at saving in a stride by now.
I don't know how Christie's job did it, but she did actually just get a new laptop from them for work.
It's not as bad as it looks.
A couple of servos, chat. Couple 2-5. Watley's gonna get huge next turn, chat. Six or more lands.
My strength is our strength.
Our strength. Are you kidding me? Oh, shit. Oh, look at all of these clicks. Why are you making me click so many times, client? Oh, it's suffering, chat. Why does it make me suffer? For reference, I should be able to click on this number and then click on my opponent's face or their planeswalker.
That's a part of all good tales. My strength is our strength.
Chat, why would you let your developers take the time to write unit tests when you could just have them programming new Magic the Gathering cards? Unit tests don't turn into direct profits, chat. Programming Magic the Gathering cards, those turn into sales numbers. So whenever you see an issue like that, it's definitely not the developer's fault. It's always the management's fault. The client gets paid in clicks per minute.
This little little candles gonna set your world on fire.
Opponent's looking a little clueless. Let's help him out here.
The bigger the audience, the better.
You may draw a card. Why wouldn't I want to draw a card, Whatley? What kind of stupid question is that, Magic Arena? Of course I want to draw a card. Oh, that's true. This does draw a card. Zombie, 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 hey, hey. Castle draws a card. Emblem plus Field of the Dead might give us the room we need to beat this. Although the fact that I Field of oh, these are colorless, chat. Get fucked, you big stupid dragon. Nobody loves you, Ugin. Yeah, that's what I thought. Take your big dumb spirit dragon and get out of here. Arrgh! I don't care about that one, right? Name green here, so we can play this. Yeah, I'm supposed to name white. A lot of our tokens are white. Wanted to cast this turn, though. Cast the Sentinel this turn. A lady here is about to get much larger, chat. Large and in charge. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Good. After we finish this game, we're gonna put up deck voting for our second Brawl deck this morning. A lot of sweet ones loaded up from the subs Discord.
Come on, listen to them roar.
So Sarkin gets to crew the heart and eat Amara, but we get to kill the Sarkin, so I think that's a win. We got 2 tokens out of her.
How could I have lost?
Yeah, there were a lot of great Brawl cards in Jumpstart Historic Horizons. This card's really good against us.
I have arrived. My strength is our strength.
Well, there's a hard token limit of 256
It does not end here.
for reference. That's great. That's just good deck building right there, chat. We are no longer clueless. Math Teacher Gaming, thanks for the 35 months. I appreciate the almost 3 years. Welcome back. Morning, Bread Boxer.
What's our battle? Reinforcements are on their way.
So, I think I'm supposed to save my Field of Rune for once my Field of the Dead is online, right? So I want to make more tokens with it.
I will never back down. Time to change tactics.
Good, generating a lot of card advantage here for them.
I speak softly, but I carry a big. Bye-bye now.
Bye now. This creature with Death Touch. Whenever a creature with Death Touch blocks, it becomes blocked by this creature check. Sure. Alright, so this gives me 2 zombies. And then we can Huatli. She's gonna go to infinite counters.
Let's end this fool. My strength is our strength.
Our strength. I don't believe they ever finished that storyline. The Wanderer is just legendary planeswalker, chat. Legend, wait for it, dairy.
This is just one verse in the poem.
They have a Heart of Korean. We can't detect the Wanderer. Well, now I need an untapped land to play my Huatli. That's sad. it. Never didn't have it. Can't a guy just make a Planeswalker emblem in peace?
My strength is our strength.
Our strength. I mean, what is it gonna exile? What do I care about it exiling? No, fuck. I'm embarrassed. I realized as soon as I did it, I needed the jump block, and then we probably win the game easily. And now that I did that, we just like can't recast our Planeswalker and we die. Sedge. That's unfortunate. That was actually a really good game up until I autopiloted and made the wrong play. It's for the 25 months, Jonah. Alright, Kraxa, Illumina, Omniscience, Luca, Toxrill, Shatterfang. Alright, you got 5 commanders to vote for. Let's play another match or two with the tokens deck while we wait. As always, you can use bits or channel points to vote a little extra. Toxrill with the strong popularity to start. Omniscience in second. Omniscience boosting itself up to a solid first. Toxrill voters not going down without a fight. It looks like Omniscience and Toxrill are your only choices if you care about voting for a potential winner. This for Exus 5. We got Pact of the Gated for those that missed it. Alright, I'm gonna play one or two more with this. But for the sake of seeing how the matchmaking quality goes, I'm gonna swap our commander for these last couple. But I'm gonna put Sisay's Legacy as our commander. What's wrong with Spring to Mind? Is it bugged, or you just don't think the card's good? Am I misremembering? It's a ramp spell with a draw 2 on the back, right? Seems fine. Yeah, the ramp part's fine, though. Ornithopter of Paradise, you say? Pump up the friends, shit. Certainly looking good this game, huh? Just getting to get down and be super proactive here in our beatdown deck. Demolisher, thanks for the 2 entire years. Welcome back. Conclave is so good against commanders that cost 4 or less. Like, free roll. You dodge a sweeper, we could dodge a ball, chat. Man, Toxrill and Omniscience are neck and neck here. Neither of them are going down without a fight. I want to see how much of a dumpster fire Toxrill is, but I also want Jeff to not quit early. Oh, this creates just a static text thing. Okay, I figured this scaled based on the number of creatures you have. That's good to know. Yeah, the 2-mana commander felt really clean there. Definitely don't think we would have won that game if we'd have had Huatli as our commander. At least wouldn't have won it that quickly. We go first. That's good against the ramp deck. This hand is not very good against the ramp deck. I think we're gonna mulligan. How long is this stupid poll? Stop the count. Listen, I'm not saying I run 10-minute polls to drain you all of channel points, but I definitely run 10-minute polls with the explicit purpose of draining you all of channel points. Luca takes the lead against Croxa. Stop the count. Alright, looks like voting will be done in about 45 seconds here. Holding Mana Tithe up so we can tithe their commander. Take Primeval Bounty. All right, looks like the Omniscience is going to win by a solid margin here. With over a 1% lead. 1,000 bits from Paula. That's very generous. Thank you. Marty Punker with the 297,000 channel points. Well, we now all know why Marty's not a shillionaire. It's my fault. I take responsibility. Basically, chat, I'm saying the system works. I don't know if we're going to be able to kill them fast enough here. I lost my voting, have a few more. Rough. Rough. I think we want this to exile something else later, right? One of their big plays here. So, X is 5 on this. Finally at Masters and Unite, playing all solo queue. Now that I hear I'm supposed to play off-meta mons that don't mesh with my team comp, right? I mean, just pick someone that can deal damage, you'll be fine. They don't have any reach or life gain in their hand currently, no. I'm hoping the Spellbinder can just go the distance. Gengar, Garchomp both do damage. They don't actually. If you look at the match breakdowns, even after good Gengar and Garchomp games, their damages tend to be pretty mediocre. Rose, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Yeah, this was again another game where, yeah. I feel like not playing Huatli is probably correct. So this deck was pretty reasonable overall. A number of the games that we lost, I could have won with slightly better decisions, I think. But overall, I think leaning into the being more aggressive with the curve is better. And I think I'd rather have Sisay's Legacy than Radiant Champion on average as far as playing who the commander is goes.